Hello, beautiful people, global citizens. Welcome to this channel. Have your friends, Hello, beautiful people. You're welcome to Afro 360 on Cosmopolitan Studios. It's another beautiful day. It is sunny, it's beautiful, it's amazing. We are alive and kicking. You made it. Yes, and today I look different. I look, they're like, what's going on with all this outfit? Yes, this is Africa. And today on the show, we are talking about Africa. I know a lot of people have questions about Africa. A lot of people are curious about Africa. A lot of people are wondering what this whole continent is about. So I have a big problem with all my Americans and European friends who keep thinking that, or who keep saying that Africa is a country. Jeez, who told you that? Nah. Don't make that mistake again. Now, Africa is not a country, but a continent. Yes. So henceforth, I don't want you to say, hey, I traveled or I took a vacation to Africa. Hey, I got this outfit, or hey, I got this necklace or bracelet from Africa. No, you gotta be more precise, because Africa is a whole continent with over 54 countries. Yes, 54 countries and more in Africa. And it's a whole beautiful continent with over 1.4 billion people. So first, Africa is not a country but a continent. Two, it is the second largest continent in terms of land size after Asia, and in terms of population again after Asia. So Africa is really a force to reckon with. Everybody is talking about Africa. Everybody is curious about Africa. Everybody wants a piece of Africa. And today, yes, on Afro 360, we are going to talk about Africa. So brace yourself for all the juice, all the facts, all the nice stuff. Probably you've heard some, probably you're curious about some, probably you're wondering. But today on the show, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about Africa, and you are going to be blown away. So let's go straight into it. Like I said, Africa is a continent with over 54 countries. We have 1.4 billion people in Africa, and it's a very young populated continent. A lot of youth, a lot of teeming, young, energetic, exuberant boys and girls, men and women who are driving industrialization, who are driving transformation, and who are steering the economy of Africa to the amazement of the whole wide world. Yes, you heard it. So everybody's curious about Africa. And hey, on Afro 360, like I said, I'm going to give you everything about Africa and beyond. And so today, I'm going to take you on a journey of discovering Africa. Yes, so when we talk about Africa, you can break Africa into about 4 different areas or sub-regions. We have West Africa with countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Benin, Togo, Senegal, Cameroon. We can talk about countries on the eastern part of Africa, that's East Africa. We can talk about Ethiopia, we can talk about Kenya, we can talk about Rwanda. Yes, they are on the eastern part of Africa. Of course, there is Tanzania, a couple more countries in East Africa. Now, when you go to the northern part of Africa, you can think of Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, yes, and a host of others. So we have countries, very amazing countries on the northern side of Africa. And then when you go to the southern part of Africa, we can do the South Africa, we can do the Angola, the Zambia, Zimbabwe. I mean, Africa to you. So there are a lot of countries in Africa, and today I'm going to go into the other areas when it comes to Africa that you want to know about, that you are curious about. So when we move from the different sub-regions we have in Africa, we can look at the beautiful topography landscape of Africa. We have all the beautiful, amazing scenery, tourist attractions. If you're a big fan of climbing the mountains and hiking, we can talk about Mountain Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, which is, I believe, the highest in Africa. We can talk about Mount Kenya. We can talk about Mountain Afajato in Ghana, where I come from. So there are super amazing, very tall mountains in Africa. Now, when we move to the waterfalls, you can think of waterfalls like the Ruli Waterfalls, that is in Ghana. You can think about the Victoria Falls, which is between Zimbabwe and Zambia. Amazing. Now, Victoria Falls is, I believe, the tallest in Africa. Beautiful scenery, beautiful tourist attraction. And so if you love waterfalls and mountains, Africa got you. Yes, we got you. We got you. Yep. All you got to do is take a trip to Africa. And you're going to explore all these beautiful, amazing adventures and know that, yes, Africa, we've got something. We've got a whole lot to offer to the rest of the world. Now, in the world of beaches, those who like to surf, those who like to swim, those who enjoy the sea breeze and all the beautiful feeling you experience when you're at the beach and the ocean and all of that, we have the Zanzibars, we have the Botiama Beach, we have Labadi Beach in Ghana, Camp Bay Beach, the Sun City Resort. It's a whole lot of resorts and beaches in Africa for the swimmers, those who love to swim, those who love to have a feel of nature and the ocean and the breeze and all of that. So that is in Africa as well. And of course, when you look into hotels, yes, you don't have to worry about where to stay when you go to Africa, because hey, every hotel that you've got in Europe, say Paris, Berlin, Frankfurt, New York, Miami, we've got them in Africa. We've got these hotels, these 5-star hotels with top-class service, best of chefs, best of cuisines, local cuisines, continental cuisines, there's security in all these hotels and resorts. So we've got you covered. If you want to do vacation, the whole family, maybe after a hard year of work, you and the family just want to get away, just go to a beautiful place, a very serene place, a very quiet place, a very amazing environment, different from what you are used to. You can check Africa out and you will be glad you did. So the hotels are there, the resorts are there, the beaches are there. They are amazing, they are safe, and there's a lot to choose from depending on which part of Africa you find yourself, whether you're on the northern side of Africa, the southern side of Africa, the eastern side of Africa, or the western side of Africa, because we have an array, a whole spectrum of tourist sites and attractions. If you love nature and you love to travel, Africa is the place to check out. Now, when you move away from the whole tourist adventure and you go a little bit into the food, Africa, we love food. Yes, we love our food. It's spicy, it's fresh, it's organic, it's nutritious. It is what everybody is preaching about. All the dietitians are like, eat this, eat that. They're basically trying to tell you, eat African food. And they're all not spicy. Yes. All you Americans and Europeans who think every African dish or delicacy is spicy or is hot. No, we can always work with you. Not everything is spicy. So you just got to make sure that you are ready to have fun, you are ready to explore, you are ready to try out new cuisines, new delicacies, different food that you've not probably tried in the States or in Europe. So when it comes to food, we have an array, a whole variety of food, so that, hey, you can just look at them and say, which one do I go for? It's a whole lot. It's a lot of them. And I don't know which one I should go for. Well, just dig in and see if you like it. You can talk about the jollof rice, you can talk about the fufu, Cape Malay curry from South Africa, I believe. You have the couscous from North Africa. You have the jollof rice, the fufu, the chakalaka and pap, I believe, from South Africa too. So hey, whether it's chakalaka and pap, couscous, or Cape Malay curry, or rice and beans, or plantain, or fufu, or jollof rice, they are all good, they are all tasty, they are all spicy. Well, not exactly, some are mild, some are actually not spicy, but they are all good, they are all nutritious. Most of them are organic, it's fresh, it's good for your health, it's nutritious, and you're gonna get the best of health when you consume that for just a week. Now, don't hold me on that, but you're definitely going to be healthy if you consume a lot of African food. So check it out. Hey, you don't need to go to Africa to taste or try out African food. We have a lot of African restaurants across the United States, across Canada, across Europe. You just have to Google it. Wherever you find yourself, just Google African restaurants, and I'm sure some of them are going to pop up, and you can go check it out. Just like we have Asian food and Chinese food all across Europe and America, we also have African food across Europe and America. So you just got to Google. Wherever you are, just Google African restaurant, African eatery, or African cafeteria, and something's gonna come up, and you are just gonna go in there and grab your jollof rice, or grab your wache, or fufu, or chakalaka and pap, or Cape Mali curry, or rice and beans, or plantain, or whatever. It's a whole feast. In Africa, we have kings and queens. Everybody's royalty. So come and let's feast, and let's enjoy some African delicacies, because Africa has got a lot to offer the rest of the world. When we move from food and all the munching and the comestibles, we can go into music. Now, I need not tell you about African music and how it has taken the world by storm. Afrobeat is all over the place. Afrobeat is killing it in Europe, in America, in Asia, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. It's just, Africa is just winning right now when it comes to music as well. And so when it comes to music, entertainment, movies, films, shows, Africa is really doing a great job serving the world very good content, amazing productions, and I am super proud of it. So we have our movie stars and our music stars, our celebrities, our artists. They are just making us proud, and they are doing amazingly well on the global stage. BET is recognizing Africa, Grammys is recognizing Africa. It's just all the international, Apple Music, Spotify, Boomplay, YouTube. It's just everybody's doing stuff for Africa, because African musicians, African artists, African entertainers have proven that they have what it takes to rub shoulders with the American and European stars, and it's just beautiful. Now everything is beautiful when it comes to entertainment. It's like you have a lot to choose from, a lot to enjoy, a lot to listen to, a lot to see on Netflix, a lot to see on YouTube. It's just, Africa is being represented, and I love it. So Africa, when it comes to music, entertainment, and art, we are doing amazingly well, beautifully well. We are fantastic right now, and I know we're going to continue delivering to the rest of the world when it comes to entertainment. And hey, when it comes to fashion, like you can see, I got my kaftan right here looking all nice and sharp and clean and dap. And I know you're checking me out. You can grab one for yourself. Hey man, like this is cool. This is really cool. Different from your jacket, your tags, or your suit, or your corporate, whatever. Hey, this right here is Africa. This right here is different. It's nice, it's cool. And you can rock it to your seminars, even to the office, of course. You can just put your pocket square in there with your nice black shoe. You're good to go to the office. You can do the wedding reception or wedding dinner or party with this. Smart casual, you put in a little bit of a sneakers down there, and it's just wonderful. And if you want to look a little casual, you just, combine it with some sneakers, and you are like, great, different look. Fantastic touch, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, you're killing it with that outfit. And you'd be like, yeah, it's from Africa, and I'm loving it. So you can check out African costumes and fashion and all of that. We have different types, from the kente to the kaftan to the batakari or smock from northern Ghana. Yes, my people, I'm loving you. I love that. One day I'm gonna shoot one of those, and you see exactly how it looks like. But you can always check it out. African fashion, African clothes, African apparel, and something is definitely gonna come up. Did I say something? A lot of things are gonna come up. Yes, believe me. I am telling you. And I only give you the facts, nothing more. So yes, Africa is a force to reckon with when it comes to education, when it comes to health. Now, don't sit somewhere and think that we have no universities or colleges in Africa. We have world-class colleges, universities in Africa, and they teach anything. The courses are like anything from architecture to medicine to engineering to accounting to finance, banking to aeronautics, anything at all you can think of, all the courses. We have universities with very competent lecturers and administrators who are running it smoothly, and Africans are getting the best of high school education, college education, and they are doing great when it comes to the professional world, the work field. And so Africa has got all of that. When it comes to the hotels, like I said early on, we have top-class hotels, 5-star, world-class service, world-class delivery. It is safe. When it comes to the hotels and the restaurants, we have world-class, top chefs who are dishing out different meals, different local and continental meals. And yes, Africa is beautiful. Now, Africa, like I said again, it's now driving industrialization and transformation when it comes to workforce, because Africa has the youngest population in the whole world. And so a continent with over 1.4 billion, and they are very young, energetic, exuberant, ready to work, means that there's a lot of potential, there's a lot of future in Africa. That is why everybody's moving to Africa, even China. Everybody's going to Africa. America is going to Africa, Europe is going to Africa, Asia is going to Africa, because everybody is beginning to see the potential in Africa. The youth, they are ready to work, they are energetic, positive mindset, positive work attitude, ethics, and they are just ready. So like industrialization is going on really great, really fast. And you have very big cities in Africa, like metropolitan, over 50,000 people, like cities like Accra, Lagos, Mombasa, Kampala, Johannesburg. These are all big metropolitan cities in Africa with beautiful industries, beautiful architectures, beautiful tourist sites and attractions. It's just amazing. I want you to know that Africa has a lot to offer the rest of the world in any area that you can possibly think of. Anything you can think of, anything you can experience in America, in Europe, in Asia, Africa has something to give. Africa has pretty much the same thing to give, except that now the world is beginning to realize it, and the world is beginning to move towards Africa. The world is beginning to embrace Africa. The world is beginning to congratulate Africa. And the world is beginning to partner, to collaborate, to build alliance and synergy with Africa, so they can enjoy the potentials. They can enjoy the possibilities. They can enjoy the resources that Africa has to offer, being natural resources or human resources. They are just ready to collaborate with Africans, just to make sure that they tap into Africa's resource and potential. So Africa is great. Africa is on top. Africa is growing. Africa is elevating, if not already elevated. Africa is trumpeting its potentials, abilities, and capacity, and the world is listening. Yes, they are listening, they are collaborating, they are partnering, and it's just going to be mind-blowing the next 10, 20 years what Africa is going to become. So don't get late. Don't sit there and let the train leave you behind. It's time to jump on now and do that vacation to Africa, do that business in Africa. Hey, just do something with Africa, because Africa is the new ish. And so if you didn't know, now you know. Africa is not a country, but a continent with over 1.4 billion people and over 54 countries, and it's amazing. It is a land of freedom. It's a land of peace. It's a land of warm embrace, of love, of tranquility, of potential, of economic growth, of industrialization, of academic and educational laurels and capacity, with health and medicine growing. It's everything. So please, take it from me, Africa has got a lot to offer the world. So find out how you can tap into that, or how you can enjoy Africa, and let all make the world a beautiful global village with everybody having something to contribute. Thank you so much. If this video has been helpful to you, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share so this community will grow, so the world will get to know what Africa has to offer. Hey, I know there are a lot of people out there who don't know so much about Africa. It's time for you to educate them. It's time for you to enlighten them. It's time for you to let them know that there's a continent called Africa and it's got a lot of potentials. It's got a lot to offer, so that we will all explore the world as a global village, global community. And like I say on my show, the world is cosmopolitan and we must all tap into it. So thank you so much for your time. It means a lot to me. My name is YB, and this has been Afro 360 on Cosmopolitan Studios. Catch you on the next video. Keep it easy out there, stay positive, and keep winning.